kitchen with Joe Callow from the Forgotten Fire Winery, and that's a nice way to spice things up. Going to pick out maybe a different wine and doing something a little different for dinner. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. Now, first of all, for people who haven't heard of the winery, tell us a little bit about it. Where are you guys located,
Sure.
and about some of the wines you brought?
Yeah, we're in Marinette and Peshtigo. We're right on the border of Marinette and Peshtigo. Our land was part of the Peshtigo Fire. Peshtigo Fire, of course, was the same day as the Chicago Fire, and everyone knows about Chicago, so we're the Forgotten Fire. Couple wines we have
So that's
today.
where the name
That's
came
where the name
from.
comes
Okay,
from, yeah,
okay.
yeah. Couple wines we have today is our Traminette. This is our big New York award winner. It's a German-style white wine, very crisp, just a hair bit of sweetness to help it develop, similar to a Pinot Grigio or a Gewürztraminer. Our apple wine is a spiced apple wine. Apples come from Sequest Orchard up in Sister Bay, so nice locally sourced. Our Riesling is a late harvest Riesling, so it's a little sweeter. And then we have a Meritage blend at the end, a Cabernet Franc, a Cabernet Sauvignon, and a Merlot blend that we excellent. It goes well with the salmon dish as well. So.
And it sounds like a lot of those, that apple one sounds like it's really nice. And this first one, for this time of year, you know?
Yeah, that crispness and the falls in the air and a nice crisp wine is just delicious right now, along with, something like a nice, fun, full-flavored meal like this.
And I love to support local wineries. You know, sometimes you go to a wine store and you're like, you just get in the habit of buying the same thing over and over again, and it's so fun to try different things.
Yeah, this is the best thing about Wisconsin wines is there's such a variety. We all have some different uniqueness to us, and with us, a lot of the locally sourced fruits that we use really help us out.
Very cool. All right, so this is like a dinner that you'd probably pay big bucks for at a restaurant, and we're going to show you how to spice things up maybe on a date night and do something a little special, a little something at home. So tell us what we're making here, and let's get started.
All right, this is my wife's salmon dish. She usually, if it has fins or wings, she cooks it. If it has hooves, I cook it. So somehow I got wrangled into this, so bear with me. This is a simple farmer's market style salmon dish, fresh caught salmon.
It's beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, green and yellow zucchinis,
Okay.
hothouse tomatoes, basil. You can use rosemary and thyme. So if you hit the farmer's market, carrots, lots of locally sourced items you can use, and then pair it with our wines. So what we're going to do is, real quick, we're going to get a little olive oil in the pan.
Okay.
And then just for the sake of showtime, going to do just the green zucchini for right now. Just to get enough julienne together, and we'll saute them just till they get soft. That's all we really need, is just enough to get it soft and be a bed underneath the salmon when it goes in the oven.
And I think that's where people go wrong with zucchini. I've talked about that before. My husband, when I was dating him, that was one of the things I made on one of our first dates, and he's like, I don't do zucchini. And I said, well, just give it a try my way. And if you don't overcook it, he anyway fell in love with zucchini, so he eats it all the time now.
Yeah, I used to think they were cucumbers for the longest time until someone taught me about real food. Okay, and then a good helping of matchstick carrots.
Which you can buy already shredded up for you, which is nice.
If you have a good mandolin and tough fingers, that's not a bad idea either.
So zucchini and carrot.
And this is, we're just going to get those soft.
Okay. A little salt and pepper, should I do?
Yes, please.
Okay, you betcha. Sorry,
Right,
reach
no
around you. Okay.
And then in the meantime, I'll get a couple slices of tomato ready. When we go to bake it, we're going to bake it on the tomato on the salmon. So the juices kind of work their way in. These are good knives.
Thank you. We like them.
Yeah, and then we're going to put a little pat of butter in there too to keep it nice and moist.
We like butter. You don't have to convince me. And we've got so much healthy stuff going on. A little bit of butter isn't,
yeah, and it is just a little bit of butter, so it's going to do just fine for us. It's a nice heart healthy meal. You pair it with a red wine, and you're in great shape. In fact, my wife stole this recipe from the cardiologist at our local hospital. So if he says it's good, it's good.
It is. A little garlic?
A little garlic. I'm going to try to shave these a little.
That's going to go in with our veggies?
Exactly.
Okay.
And
Perfect.
Get those in.
Now, the method that you're going to cook this is really unique. And this is something that I actually just spent some time on the East Coast this summer, and one of the restaurants is known for this, where you bake it in parchment paper, and then they open it up at the table when the steam comes out.
Oh, and the flavor hits you right in the face. It's fantastic.
It's really fun. It's like opening a little present. So show us how that all works.
Okay, so what we're going to do, are we getting soft enough?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is fantastic.
Let's lay down a small bed of the veggies.
It smells great with that little bit of garlic at the end. Okay.
All right.
So is that about good?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yep. And then we're going to get a
Piece of salmon.
Nice piece of salmon here. I took the skin off earlier.
Okay.
Made a huge. A lot of people like to leave the salmon on for Christmas. Just don't eat it.
The skin.
Yep. And then just squeeze a lemon to help the seasoning attach to it. We're using just an Italian spice right now.
Okay.
Fresh rosemary, thyme, things like that are fantastic.
Okay.
Crushed pepper, little sea salt,
Okay.
always good. All right, and this is where the butter comes in. I gotta take care of our dairy farmers. And
1 or 2 pads of butter. Who's counting? And the tomato. So the tomato
and
goes.
the tomato goes right on top. You're welcome to try throw a lemon wedge in there as well, and then we'll fold it over.
Yeah, that's what I want to show you. Scoot over a little bit so people can see.
Okay.
This is the neat part about how do you fold up this parchment paper. Parchment paper, by the way, you get it right near the foil and the plastic wrap in that area of your grocery store. They'll have it right there.
We're going to fold it like a pasty.
Okay.
So everyone from this area should know what I'm talking about. But just get it around so it's snug. And when you get to the end, we're just going to give it a little twist. Just a little vapor twist. So when we open it, we're not on fire. And then voila, one just like that.
Okay, we'll do one more. Just
Okay.
Again, the bedded veggies go down.
Yep.
Now, this is more of a method. If you wanted to do zucchini, if you wanted to do red peppers. There's
red
all
and yellow peppers would be fantastic
there's
on this.
lots of different things you can do.
And
So
get the salmon on.
Yep.
Squeeze a little lemon.
You bet.
And season quick.
Okay. Salt, pepper, butter, the tomato, and then we'll have you fold it one more time because I think that's the people get confused over that. I know I do.
It takes a little getting used to, and again, if you've ever folded a pasty or good bread dough, just take your time with it.
So big rectangle.
Big rectangle over. Kind of even crease your end here to help you out.
Okay.
And then just a little triangles going around.
Oven temperature for this, Joe?
400.
So it bakes at a pretty high heat.
High temperature, 12 to 15 minutes. You have to make a judgment call on the thickness of your salmon.
Okay.
A good thick one, probably 15 minutes. And after you do it a few times, you'll know your temperature for the size of the salmon you want to use. I like to use a smaller fillet like this. Pair it with some couscous.
Oh yeah.
Nice Menominee Indian wild rice would go as a great side dish too.
Now here's the fun part.
Yeah.
The ta-da factor when you open it up.
The paper's not hot like tinfoil is going to be. And then you're going to have this, you see it come up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so beautiful, delicious, excellent with a white wine.
Yeah, what would you pair this with? And let's
the Traminette for sure, but this is a little drier wine, so folks with a little bit sweeter tooth, jump right into the Riesling.
Okay.
They're both delicious with it. They're going to complement really well because you have a lot of citrus flavors here as well as from the wine, so they're going to go great together. Rice, couscous, things like that are mellow. If you like it spicy here, you got that mellow side dish to help you out.
For people now, we're excited to have the Forgotten Fire Wines as our wine sponsor, so we're going to be cooking with these wines a lot, and people ask me all the time, why do you cook with wines? Well, they give such great flavor. It really does, without adding fat and calories, and then you can just pair it with the wine as well. So how can people get a hold of you, find out more about your wines? Do you do tastings?
Absolutely. We have a tasting room in Peshtigo, open every day. ForgottenFireWinery.com is our webpage, Facebook as well, and then we're also distributed throughout the Green Bay and Appleton area as well.
So you can get it at different grocery stores, liquor stores, things like that?
Everywhere, yep, absolutely. And if your favorite store doesn't have it, we can get it there in a couple days. So,
all right, thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. And we'll put the recipe for the salmon on our website.